Welcome to Extended Rest for the month of October 2019. My name's Jason. I'm usually the Dungeon Master. Ain't that funny, Ryan?
All you said is that you did chin-ups and just...
fucking gone. Like, dead.
I
don't know what it was.
We know what it was.
I feel like everyone in the cast is like that one thing, like... Jameson's is like the dem grapes, you know, it's not even really that funny, but it's hilarious to him. Apparently it's chin-ups for Ryan. Like.
Dude, he giggles every time that comes up. I'm Jason, I'm usually the Dungeon Master. Going to the table, starting with Bree.
Hi, I'm Brianna. I usually play Clara Rothdale on Group C.
And Lisa.
Hey, I'm Lisa, and I usually play Elorath Beestinger on Group C.
And Karen.
Hi, I'm Karen. I usually play Callie on Group B. I forgot what I was going to say. Blacked out.
And last and certainly not least, Ryan.
Hi, I'm Chin Up Ryan, and I play Varys.
He does chin-ups.
Jameson in the chat says, it's funny, shut up.
Still gotta make that t-shirt for him.
We do. If we just gotta make one. It's a limited edition of one t-shirt, and we just sent it to Jameson. Congrats on the book, buddy. We all did it. Let's
Great shirt.
We'll do an alternate cover just for...
I kind of love that idea.
That's the most expensive bit. So, here's my idea. Usually we do a real in-depth analysis and breakdown of each of each one of these episodes. But what I thought we could do today is just tackle some subject matter as it comes up in each one of the episodes, and we take questions from the chat right off the bat. Because what I find is that by the time we're ready to take questions, we've either answered a bunch of those questions or talked the subject to death. So, if you guys have questions about something that happened, and we're just going to start with Arc 3, Episode 4, Down the Mountain. So we're going to start with that one. If you got questions about it, please throw it in. We don't have a Group A this month. Not this month, but we're kicking things off next month with a Group A.
We are. I'm editing it right now. Keep in mind, Group A has 4 dads on it. So if a group is going to go missing, it's going to be Group A. And let's be realistic. If a group is going to replace them, it's going to be Group B, because you guys are the easiest to schedule. Don't know why.
Because I have no life and I'm available 24/7.
I mean, you're a mother.
I guess.
Oh, right, I forgot.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, that little guy. Is he still around?
He was asleep right when we started. He's out in the living room. Apparently he's awake now. So somewhere in my
I can
house.
relate because right
all
before
the doors
are
locked. It's fine.
Aw.
He's not getting
No,
anywhere.
it's the fact that she produced life. Now she doesn't have a life. That's what it is.
Got
Passed
it.
it on.
I got
Yeah,
it.
passed it on. You are
I
my
was
life
telling
now.
somebody the other day, I literally feel like the last 2.5, 3 years, like I blacked out because I don't feel like I'm almost 30. Like I feel like I'm still like 26 when I got pregnant, and like I don't know what happened to the last 3 years.
It
3-4
only
years.
gets
Like,
worse. I'm just saying.
I'm not ready.
I'm sorry.
You have no sympathy for me. It's fine.
No, hey, look, I do. A little. Like, you know my feelings on kids. Like, your kid's fine. Like, your kid's your kid. Like, it's cool. Like, the kid.
All the other kids in the world. That's what it
I
is.
understand
Fuck
Cast
those other
member
kids.
children are fine.
distance because I know it's like he's okay at a distance.
Yeah, yes, exactly. You know?
Like even at Dragon Con, I was like super aware of like how much,
Aw.
how like stressful it is to have a kid in that environment, and then to like add that into the group dynamic. I'm like, all right, we're gonna pick our times.
That's really nice.
That is really nice. I didn't want you to feel unwelcome because Leslie. Like,
Whenever one of the cast members comes on and they grab their kid and bring them up to the camera, I watch Jason's soul die a little. Like, I get excited because I'm like, yay, babies! And Jason's just like, oh, I have to do this now. Like, that's his expression every time.
oh, it's like a person, but way more fragile. Like, it's just.
But louder and more fragile and usually smelly.
And doesn't listen.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. Jesus. So, okay. I've gotten some really good emails.
Yeah?
Not for Extended Rest specifically, but I've gotten some really good emails, and this is for all the groups that they feel like Arc 3 has kind of kicked into high gear. Like they don't feel that slow build anymore that Arc 2 had. That now that you guys are sort of on missions, it's just boom, like you're in it to win it. And they have a little bit of that feeling that Arc 1 gave them, where like each week it's like, well, anybody could die, anything could happen, anything, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys feel that way? Or, I mean, we've only had a couple of sessions. Like, it's not like
I'm
we're
terrified.
Really?
All the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I am constantly terrified. We're on a boat, one small thing in the middle of the ocean, death. That's just done. The fact that they're trying to summon this kraken from the sea, this super kraken, that thing is terrifying. We have a ship that's like 20 times the size of ours creeping up behind us like some sort of creepy stalker. That's terrifying. There's a lot of terrifying stuff going on.
And pirates.
Oh yeah, the pirates.
Pirates. But we're talking about a Group B episode.
Yeah.
Well, he
Not-
mentioned about like
I
in
did,
general.
just in
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
general.
talking about it in general. I was like,
Yeah, just in general.
I wasn't sure. I didn't want it to feel like,
I mean,
oh, there's
Fine.
Group C
No,
members
I'll
here,
shut
so we're
up,
going
Bree.
to talk about
It's okay.
Group C. Just be careful.
yeah, I feel like we have like
Respectful.
more purpose this arc as well, like already, and that's kind of nice. And I feel like for me, having to basically almost say goodbye to Elarath, I'm like, oh, well, she could go at any time. Fuck it, she's just gonna be her now.
That's
And it's
going to
been
be
more fun playing her that way.
And we'll get to it more when we talk about the Group C episode next, but I'm painfully aware that, like, okay, if your ship sinks in the middle of the ocean, something happens, like, where do you go? Like, what do you do? Like, you're
Die,
done.
you
like,
die,
you're,
yeah.
I mean, the odds are great that you will-
Barovia,
Barovia!
that's where we go.
surprise, it's Strahd.
We're back, bitch.
It's always been,
I feel like, although, like, if you guys do end up going to Strahd, Group C is like, you'll be okay. I think you'll be okay.
I don't think so. We don't get
in
in a lot of
Barovia?
fights. Yeah.
Oh, man. Now we have to test that. That's the next. If I were to run Strahd again, I would take one of the groups and throw them in that environment, because I think that's the only thing missing was the the sense of camaraderie, that working as a unit. I think that's the only thing it was missing. You don't have time in Strahd if you're playing it for keeps, like from the beginning.
Yeah.
You don't have time. It's like, well, let's see where we fit in, and oh, what do you do? And it's like,
Yeah, where are
I'm
you
being
from?
stabbed.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you don't get.
It's not a role play mod.
Let's have a drink.
Yeah, no.
I don't-
It
I don't
looks
have
like
that.
it from the outside.
Yeah,
like
no,
from the
you have to
outside,
have,
you're
like,
look
a
at all this
precursor.
lore.
Yeah. So, let's talk about Down the Mountain. So, Arc 3,
Sorry.
Episode 4.
Somebody said lash the crew together and use them as a life raft. I really like that idea.
Yeah.
Sorry. that
All the
got
people
me.
that can't swim, we'll just use them.
Oh, poor Clara.
I was gonna say, so just Clara? Like,
Just Clara.
Just Clara.
I actually, so, okay, we'll get to the Group C in just a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So, Group B had 2 episodes this month. And I feel like you guys are. I think of the 3 groups, you have the most, like, oh, this is, the big boss plot, if that makes sense. There's something to fight. There's a thing, there's a problem to solve by hitting it, which is a very D&D way to solve problems. Whereas, Group A, it's more of a diplomatic thing. Group C, it's more of an exploration thing. Group B, it's like, no, this bitch has gotta go. Like, we gotta,
true.
So,
It's kind of like a dungeon crawl without the dungeon. Like,
a tiny bit.
yeah.
And I feel like this episode was you guys kind of getting your legs back underneath of you after you Braylon and Larg are back. You're all sort of, I guess this is your first combat kicking things off after the arc started.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. and
It was way different than our previous combats.
Well,
I feel like.
I feel like that one was. I think it was the first thing you guys fought, where it was kind of a party-wide. It's casting spells, it's doing things to the group, and you guys had to adapt on the fly. You did very well, but it does kind of play. I told you guys while we were doing that episode that there is a small sentiment now starting. I've been getting a couple of emails. They're like, Group B has it too good. They got to talk to God, they got these levels, they got this armor, resurrection for 2 party members, even though everything tastes like ash in their mouth and whatever, they're kind of undead. And now, you find this ancient dwarven weapon. Group B's got it too good.
But I still can't walk through trees.
That's true. That is true.
I like that was a sticking point through an entire session and a half.
That was-
And I was like, there was like a point where I was like done with it, and then Jason kept baiting me, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, there are lots of trees
Madam!
around here.
Baiting? I would never.
No, never.
I legit will settle a topic, and then 20 minutes will go by, and it's like, and another thing. This is another reason why it won't work. I'm not trying to bait you. I'm just trying to, like, hammer in a
Continues
case.
to make his argument. We only have, like, I believe it's less than 30 spells banned. But Druids got hit pretty fucking hard, and we admit that.
Yeah, no,
we admit that. And it's really unfortunate that after we did that, like, 5 people chose Druids. So, like, Rob feels your pain.
It's
Dark-
okay. Like,
Dark One
honestly.
says, Jason baits you all often. Give me 5 examples. Go. Like, I don't feel that that's true.
Anytime he describes something in vivid detail, it's like, you're pretty sure that's what it is, and then it's a dragon.
Okay. Maybe don't shake the very foundations of the planet to solve problems. Maybe.
Are we removed enough now to be like, that was probably a whoopsie? Like,
Yeah.
now that they're both back and everything's cool, Karen,
Like, honestly, it
you
really
literally,
wasn't
like-
necessary.
Jason went, okay, well, dragons live here for the most part. Like, you know that this is a place where dragons live very often. And then Larg was like, maybe we should set up camp for the night. And then Callie was like, let's start an earthquake. Just because. Like, it's not really necessary, but I think it might help. Like, that was the series of events.
There are very few problems I have found in my personal life that go away by me picking them up and shaking the hell out of them. Like, it's just very, very few.
Oh,
Just
then
me
you're
and
just
Al. Like,
you're not living life, Jason.
Which is why I do not have a kid. Because,
Yeah, that's what I was like a baby.
like a baby, just, what did you want? I don't know what you want. Reason with. Just, and it's just,
why aren't you talking anymore?
you're so filled with poop. Like, and then just,
Why have you gone slack?
Now you
Just putting this out there for any parents out there: do not shake your babies like this. We are not advocating.
I think there's a whole syndrome about it or something. Like,
I actually, before I left the hospital, they made me watch multiple videos about shaken baby syndrome.
oh no.
do they really?
Yeah, they make you watch they have like 5 DVDs or something they make you watch, and like one of them's like general baby care, and there's like 2 of them on shaken baby syndrome.
Holy
Is
shit.
that
I
big of a
didn't,
problem?
Sad.
Yeah, it's bad.
I feel like, okay, any creature where you have to support its big old head because its neck isn't strong enough, don't shake it. Like, I feel like I mean, like, that seems, I'm no
What if
babyologist,
you're really,
but
really mad.
And you shouldn't have a baby.
that's,
That's right up there, and I
Well,
know
it's sort of
that it
Karen.
happens by accident a lot, but that's right up there with, like, the PSAs, like, don't leave your baby in a hot car in the summer. It's like, I know it happens by accident sometimes because parents get overwhelmed, and that's very sad when that happens, but that PSA isn't gonna help them very much because it's an accident.
My favorite PSAs about like children being left in cars and stuff like that. It's like, put something in the back seat that's really important that you won't forget. And I'm like, child,
Put your coffee cup
things
next to your
that
kid.
burst out of your body.
you know, you got that card at Starbucks, you're 8 punches in, you only need 2 more. Put it next to your baby. It'll make you remember. That's
the thing.
insane.
I've heard a lot of really, really sad stories about parents who just plumb forgot and they're ruined for the rest of their lives. I've also seen a lot of videos of parents arguing with police officers who are currently like pulling children out of the car who are completely limp and being like, I was only in there for 5 minutes, and it's really hard. Anyway, this has nothing to do with DNR.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I'm sorry.
This got so dark.
PSA, don't leave your
That
kids
was
in hot
chin-ups.
cars or shake them. The end.
Don't bake your children. Don't do that.
They don't taste good over easy. It's not.
I know they're still soft in the head and stuff, but that doesn't mean put them back in the oven. They're fine. Like they're just like it just takes time. They need to cool on the rack. They need to.
We haven't developed that crust yet.
They're like cookies, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta
they'll get
cool them on the
harder.
windowsill.
If
That's
you
why they
keep
made those
cooking them,
baby
you'll burn
cages
them.
in the 40s. Like that's why. Like
That's true.
they gotta cool out there on the.
I'm sad baby cages went out of vogue. The ones that you just hang out your window, like they're air conditioners. That seems like I would have enjoyed it.
They
And
just
I probably
call
wouldn't
them
have
cat
a
cages
fear
now.
of heights now.
They're still there.
I didn't know they still made them.
I think Lisa just said it's cat cages, so I don't think you're supposed to put babies in them.
Yeah, but still, like they still make them. That's the cool thing. Those jobs didn't go away.
This is why Groupie has it so easy, because Jason feels bad about all the terrible things he says about our kids.
I only said 1/4 of the terrible things that have been said in the last 15 minutes. I wanna get that on the record. I said, don't shake your babies. That's what I was.
After miming shaking a baby for like 14 minutes.
So, okay.
Okay, back to Group B. They have it too good.
They have it-
The godly
have it
weapon is
so
where I was
good.
like, you know what? They can go fuck themselves. I said that. Jason came out and was like, well, they found this new godly weapon. And I was like, oh, fuck them. Like,
Do you feel like it's going to be, and I guess this is just a question for Karen and the chat. Let's bring in the chat. And you guys too. You guys can answer. But do you feel like this is going to be a quest where the road ahead isn't so bad until you get to Brightport? Or do you feel like, I don't like, do you feel like Brightport's just the beginning? How close do you feel like you are to taking on the hand? Like where do you feel like you're at? If this were a fundraising thermometer, like how close to the tippy top do you feel like you are?
About a quarter.
Okay. Okay.
So you see this like an early Arc 1, like we gotta gather the 5 armies kind of situation.
I mean, I don't even know if like we can do anything like that. Like so not this episode, but the last one that just came out, like behind the scenes, we were kind of talking about that, and someone's like, oh, we should go to the Evergreen and get the elves and this and that. And it's like, I don't think it's that kind of mission. I think we have to have like the right information and like the right tools, but I don't know if like a full-on army to go to Brightport is like the thing. I think that's too ostentatious.
Well, I mean, you're off to a terrible start then, because
Yeah, 'cause you got that army already.
if
Like,
you're looking
they're
for a toolbox,
there.
you guys just picked up a sledgehammer.
Yeah. But I feel like the paladins would be like a good distraction for like, and this is just like stuff that I've gleaned like through DRP and stuff like that, but like all those people that hang around outside our compound, like somebody's got to distract those guys so we can sneak on in. Like,
I suppose we can mention DRP too. We'll slip that in. We'll slip it in
Alright.
between the Group C and stuff, because there's a...
Yeah. Spoilers for anyone who's not on our Patreon.
Yeah.
You should join our Patreon. No, not you, Karen. Just like in general, before we talk about this DRP, you could catch up on all of those DRPs at patreon.com/DandDR. Podcast?
Nope.
Nope, just D&DR.
You're always so close.
I always mix up which ones are which because
Yeah.
we're different in different places. And you can listen to all of DRP and also the newest Vampire the Masquerade games. We're doing great.
So good.
so excited for next
It's
month.
a race to the bottom between DRP and Vampire, and I don't know who's going to hit bottom first.
I feel
but
like Vampire were at least doing it by accident, so we come up ahead. Like,
They still don't know we're vampires, so I still maintain that we are following
we
the
are
rules.
following the masquerade.
Oh boy, we're good. There's an episode coming out very early November, and Jesus God, just I just sometimes I was like, no, stop! Like that's what I want to say to everybody.
Yeah, that's what we all want to say to Jeff, specifically Jeff.
Oh, I love Jeff so much.
Jameson says in the chat, everything according to plan.
Yes. I am Team Handsome Jeff all the way. I don't even care. He's like the polar opposite of Martha, and I'm like, I don't care. I love him so much.
So let's jump to Arc 3, Episode 5, just to talk about Group C for a bit, because we have a bunch of Group C representatives here.
I'm one.
The bulk of this episode is you riding out a storm. The bulk of it. Mm-hmm. And it didn't feel that way when we were doing the session. Like, it felt like it's like, oh yeah, we'll slip this in. And it occurred to me afterwards, it's like, that was most of what we did, is you guys just trying not to die. Like, that was...
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's too much? Like it's too granular? Or did it feel, I guess, semi-realistic for the situation you were in?
I thought it felt pretty realistic because the storms blow up all the time and there's really no way to know until they're there. So I think us having like 2 hours to prepare in my mind made a lot of sense. I was like, damn it. I felt really responsible for it because I rolled for it. But
that happens, man. Like, you can't... That's gonna happen. Who rolled at the end of the episode for the pirates?
Can't remember.
Oh, who are we blaming that on?
I think it was Mandy,
like
actually.
Mandy.
She's not here to defend herself.
Yeah.
No, I genuinely think it was Mandy, because I don't think she'd have to roll for anything else.
She
will be soon, I'm sure. There's 2 passed out people.
Oh, yeah. No, there's...
Mandy's going to be busy at the beginning of next episode.
Yeah.
So in the midst of this episode, a storm blows up. It's literally all hands on deck. You're all running around. You're trying not to die. Stuff's being tumbled around in the bowels of the ship. People are falling overboard. There are massive waves. Mandy's running around trying to heal people, and you're just trying to steer the ship. And like it's. I thought it was really great to kind of squeeze in all those roles.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot of damage to have been done to the ship. Yeah.
But for me, for the entire thing, it was a very good balance because we kind of almost spot checked with what was going on with the ship. Mm-hmm. And then like, okay, now you're thrust into the encounter. Let's kind of zoom into that. And I really like that aspect of, there's no reason for us to be granular through the entire piece. And there's no reason for us to kind of skim across the entire thing. Because it would have been a very boring encounter if it was just like, okay, give me your rolls. All right, this is a summary. Let's move on.
Right.
Yeah.
So kind of diving into it and like, okay, how do we resolve this stuff? What was the result of the die and all of that? I think it kind of brought it to that next level.
I honestly had a ton of fun, and it sucks, but the way this worked out, like I had a ton of fun getting ready for this next combat. I thought we'd have time to squeeze it in, because I'm ready to go with ship combat now. It took a while because I was...
You jumped right into combat real quick.
Well, there's pirates barreling down on you.
That doesn't mean we can't talk to them.
Parlay.
Parlay on over to the Royals. They have more stuff.
Exactly.
They're also better
Get
defended.
a cool ass sword.
Look.
They do have a better sword than we have.
I'm just saying I'm ready for it if it should come up.
No, you said I can't wait for the combat next episode.
I'm so down for ship combat.
That's like in Group B when he said, well, it looks like you guys are going to live.
I did, and I was
disappointed.
I was not. No. I said, hey, let's divvy up that gold now. It looks like you guys are going to live. I'm all about priorities, okay? You guys don't need gold if you're going to hell. Like, it's just...
Actually, you do. You need at least 1 coin to cross the river Styx. Why are they going to hell? Also, that's mean.
Karen picked up on that immediately.
I went straight for the actually. I assume Therian hell works just like Greek mythos.
Oh, sure. All minotaurs are from labyrinths and fucking, yeah. So, we wrap things up. You guys survive this storm. You do a great job. No one dies. The ship has been battered and needs some repair and some time. Pirates are barreling down on you. The royals are back there. We're about to see what happened to them. How can I put this? Okay. I don't want to count you guys out, obviously. The situation doesn't look great, is all I'm saying.
Now you're making me more nervous for Varys.
No, it doesn't look great. The ship's back. It's not like you could run away in the condition the ship's in. Not well. Like, something's got to give. And I'm just wondering what you guys have been thinking about. Like, have you guys been thinking about a plan?
Don't drown?
Good. That's good.
I've been trying to think of what can we lob at them to either
Theodora,
send them off in a different direction or like sink them. Or what can we do to point the attention over there?
Yeah, you guys got a cannon.
We
do.
do.
Have a cannon. We
And
have
ballistas.
old Blasty.
You got old
Yeah.
Blasty.
I feel like that would
I
draw
think we're going to
attention.
have
Oh, I just
to
had an
shoot
idea.
first in this situation.
Oh wait, I don't know if it'll work. Sorry, I had an idea. I was like, what if Merrick could like use that same spell, but then turn the water right around the pirate ship to like solid ground, so it's like.
We could always just pretend to surrender and then attack them when they board.
I like this one. You got a cannon, you got a Dawn Star. Load her up, let her fly. Poor Thorn.
It's one way to get rid of her.
I worked so hard saving her. I am not risking her.
Dude,
She is my world.
that was crazy brave, by the way,
Yeah,
because
that was fucking
that could have
cool.
ended easily with a waterlogged corpse, and it didn't, and that's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Oh, should we mention the elephant in the room
Yes.
when it comes to the rescue?
Yes, so
Some people noticed this. It was an oopsie.
it was yes, and I mean it was an oopsie at the time, but I feel okay about it just because of the way we
it's
played
not
it.
bad.
So Merrick used a water walking spell. Obviously, we changed that to touch and Theria and all that stuff so that you can't just fix a situation like that easily.
Oh.
But we made him roll for it. He rolled really high, and he took stress hit die, and he's taking damage, and so I'm
Yeah.
okay with it. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot that could, because we didn't give him his stress die yet. So I just told him, it's like, we'll give you an
There
extra
we
stress
go.
die.
Let's
yeah.
shoot
I-
the.
I'm
we'll
really
just throw
excited.
the werewolf at
Yeah.
yeah. Perfect.
There we go.
He gets put in the cannon and gets shot over.
Yeah, straight
That's
up
And then the
pretty
pirate.
stress, the stress
Yeah.
of being shot out is the final
That's pretty
piece to
stressful.
just convert him over.
Then he kills all the pirates, and then we go steal all the pirate stuff.
Or he becomes the new
This
pirate
idea-
werewolf captain.
With a hat?
I don't know.
I will
guess.
give him my hat for that.
No, he needs like the tricorn hat. Like he needs like the pirate hat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
This is not stayed up very well.
Dang it. If only I had that.
Arc 3, Episode 9, all new Group C, says James. I'm thinking.
Then don't you even start that.
I mean, he's died twice so far in the last arc. Like, he hasn't,
He's cursing an entire group to die.
That's true, he
That's
is.
true. That's rude. It's very rude.
So rude.
He's a rude man.
Let's talk about Arc 3, Episode 6. Let's get back to Group B real quick.
Okay.
Because this one's mostly diplomacy. You guys roll into Esterhold.
I was there.
Yep. You guys talk with the Paladins of Cord. Izzy made an appearance as Una.
She's
Bree
baller.
made an appearance as Jadzia.
Amazing.
That was a nightmare to edit, I'm guessing.
A little bit. I'm getting better because I have to edit myself so often that I'm starting to get better at editing my own voice.
I really like that you did leave in the "Hey yo, Bree."
I did. Yeah. And then, you know what I cut out is the following 30 minutes of me running home. It's not really that. It was only 10 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't
It
that
really
long.
If you
wasn't
want
that
10
long, no.
minutes and then me, like, sitting down and being like, hi, guys. Because I was out walking the dog at the time. And you can't tell that in the episode. But I had to keep the Ayo Brie. It was good.
Were you yelling out the window?
No, just in the house. Our walls
Yeah.
are paper thin.
And then he realized I wasn't here and
Yeah.
sent me a text.
Because that transition was seamless. You hear,
Thank
what?
you. Yeah.
And that's I was like, that was really good.
That's how they do it in
It's behind
reality
the
TV.
shit.
They just
I like it.
You stitch it all together and make
Well
drama.
done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Continuity was
drama.
good.
It sounded like you were just like right there and you plugged in those headphones like that and you're just like, what's up? Jadzia, go.
And it wasn't. It was, what's going on? Huh?
So let's assemble this like it's an Ocean's 11 type thing. So the Paladins Accord were a big thing. You guys don't have a jurisdiction in Brightport. Neither do the Paladins Accord. Neither does Jadzia. But Jadzia ended up giving the okay to send in what essentially boils down to a military force into another city to kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
You got to imagine there's going to be some fallout from that.
I'm friends with 1/3 of the government of that city, though.
Who isn't even there currently.
Yeah, but Jadzia doesn't know that.
Right, but like,
I was playing my character.
okay, you are saying that that's phase 1. You need a distraction.
Sure.
What are the
What are the following
I'm not the
phases?
mastermind in this. Okay,
Well,
this is all Calden.
But like, what do you feel like you need next? Like, what's the next? If you're on the road and you're picking up stuff, it's like, okay, well, we got a distraction. What else do we need? Like, you're just not even as your character, just as Karen.
Next, we need. I mean, we already have like a godly weapon and fun stuff and like level ups. So we just need more powerful stuff, you know?
Oh, okay.
Something for each member of the party.
Wow. That's subtle.
Yeah.
That's subtle. That's subtle like a throw pillow. It's really subtle. It's just.
I'm surprised it wasn't propped back up, honestly.
Kind of
Wasn't
see
an
it, but that's
I'm so joking. Okay, my options are don't mention it again, and now I'm afraid you think I'm serious, or mention it again and realize it's just a running gag. Wow. Okay, that is a clenched jaw. That is
Do you like my toast pillow? I have a toast pillow.
There we go.
It's toast. Where's the egg?
I like that
Oh,
you
the
did
egg.
that, but you could have just shut your camera off.
Oh. It's just easier to just. I mean, I have sticky notes right here.
Subtle like a Fight Club poster.
It is. Yes.
And a pile, a very oddly shaped blanket with nothing underneath it.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
That I am not self-conscious about at all.
Aw. I like your blanket.
Thanks. It's one I did not make. That's why it's shoved in here.
Like, if we're gonna go by the messes in people's background, this dog destroys my bed every single day, and I just pick it up, put it aside, and then let him do it again the next day.
It's true. But that's what a puppy does.
Yeah, pretty much.
So let's piggyback on to the DRP episode. So we now know, everyone out there, this is a spoiler for DRP episode 3. If you haven't been listening, I'm just going to kind of touch on a couple of things because what we've been spending time doing is establishing that DRP is a terrible group of people,
The worst.
the worst group of people.
Yes.
It's true.
And there's no ambivalence really there. There's no, it's like, no, I'm fighting for my family, and sometimes I do that. No, they're all assholes.
I mean, James's character is more stupid than asshole.
Yeah.
There's
Like-
plenty of work for stupid people. I'm living proof. So there's no
Yeah.
reason, like,
He comes across like an Audrey the Giant character. Sorry, what's his name?
Fezzik?
Yeah.
No, the other. Is he Fezzik?
Yeah.
I thought Fezzik was the small one.
No, I think it's
Oh my
Fezzik.
god.
I
Processing.
think Andre's Fezzik.
I think so. I think you're right. So Fezzik, like, I get that kind of vibe where it's like, oh, but they were the first ones to offer me a job.
Right.
Now I'm gonna go rhyme.
So, okay. Just by virtue of being low intelligence, he's the closest we have to being redeemable
Oh, yeah.
potentially. But they will poison.
Vicini, thank you. That's the
Yes,
small
thank
one.
you.
See, that's what it
Vicini.
was.
Yeah. And Inigo Montoya, who's right over there, by the way. I love it.
Hold on.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier. That's probably why I thought of Andre the
Oh!
Giant, honestly. Oh, that's so cool.
Here's the
pretty
first
badass.
most important Wesley in your house.
I'll leave it right there. Yes.
Number one.
Call your son Wesley
His
number
arm
2
is
from
falling
now on.
I love, and I know this is old news now, but when they were banding about the idea of a reboot for Princess Bride,
Oh, yeah, no.
the cast,
That did
like
not
everyone
go.
online, Republicans, Democrats, we all got together and just like, no, but don't do that. No, don't do that. And it was great. We were all together like that for just a minute.
It's a shortage of perfect movies in this world. It'd be a shame to ruin one.
So, DRP had a few options. One, they were tasked, essentially they've been working with somebody, and that their big next job was supposed to be to rob the Brightport Bank.
What?
Yep. That was their offer, and the
Just
guy
casually.
the guy they're working for. It's like, okay, the specific time, real ocean stuff. So like at this specific time, at this specific. Meanwhile, Zach and Jake's character Draconis knew about a drug shipment coming in the South, so they want to do some Miami Vice shit and just steal the entire shipment and keep it. Then the Black Hand approaches them, tells them maybe you should ignore that drug shipment. For reasons. Just don't touch it. But you could come to work for me. And she has dirt on every single one of them and offers them these little pristine treasure chests that exactly apply to each one of their personal backgrounds, so that the rest of the group doesn't really know how that ties in, but they do. Meanwhile, Zach's character's a hardcore drug addict.
Oh, that was amazing.
Jesus
The
Christ,
best,
Zach
like-
is doing a great job.
It's so different for Avalanche too.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
And
need
it-
to catch up.
Dude, it's so...
It's insane.
Jake
It's
does a great job of, like, playing Draconis as upset and confused.
Yeah.
Because Jake
Because
doesn't...
he's upset and confused.
Right! Jake doesn't listen to the show, so he doesn't know anything about the Black Hand or Brightport or anything. He's like, alright, who the fuck is this bitch? Like, he's just so mad. Like, he's just so...
It's great.
I talked to Zach after the episode. He's like, that was one of my most favorite episodes. Because he just got to, like, zigzag between. Like, he's a little pinball and, like, you going to do it? You going to do it? Oh, yeah, you want to do it? Oh, yeah, you going to do it? Oh, yes! And just move on to the next person. And it's just, like, some sort of, like, roid rage boner addiction just bouncing back and forth until he got his... It was insane. I
It's
loved
so
it.
good. Everyone's having a ton of fun. And now that we've established that it is canon,
Mm.
we have a problem.
Mhm.
Spiderhawk's onto it. So the Black Hand has tasked you with going into the Black Tip Forest to retrieve something for her.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Karen versus Karen?
Yeah.
Please, I need this.
It's that hot Karen on Karen action.
Yes.
What I love is, like, even if Group B doesn't go to the Black Tip Forest, I still get to go and see spooks.
All the spooks.
All the spooks.
So
I just really want to go for the haunted forest.
my question being, what if your paths cross?
Have you thought about how those two will interact?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Kelly's gonna get stabbed.
I really want to see like the Karens go back and forth to the different side of the mics.
Yeah, turn on cameras for that episode.
That's so Alex is on that group too.
I'll have to have like one like Callie makeup, Allison makeup, and then I'll just be like,
Yes.
Dude, I'm
Just get
really
a hat.
excited about it. Just get a hat. That's all.
Or, Clark Kent Superman. There you go. Callie, Allison.
I like that you had your glasses off for both of those.
I was pointing at Karen, but then I realized that you guys can't see my finger unless I'm like,
and also I don't know where I am
yeah,
on your.
where you are on this. Well, you would if you checked my Snapchat.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I gotta be sorry.
Wow.
No, it's okay.
Called
I'm
out.
just doing this to you. That's it.
I'm I'm so excited about
Like
it.
this.
Aww.
Aw.
What? Okay, one, if anybody has any questions, please lay them on us. That would be the first crossover
Yeah.
that we've had in years
Yep.
since the end of Arc 1.
Do it all.
No.
It's the crossover no one wanted, but everyone wants now.
Yeah. Well, we have people asking about a DRP versus Paladins of Cord.
I don't know. That's the thing. I guess that depends on
Yeah.
what the plan is. And I don't know that you have a plan other than, well, we're going to go in and try to kill her. And that's not going to go easily. Like, Brightport's a maze to begin with, and I don't think they'd take too kindly to a bunch of outsiders coming in to impose law and order
Yeah,
from
no.
another city that's well off. And, like, I don't know how that's going to go.
Just put all the paladins on a ship and then just pull right up to the Black Hands compound instead of going through the city. That's my suggestion.
Water
Uh,
access. All right.
Yeah.
Remy, whatever happened to the teleport thing G3 used to have, if Lauren has it now, would suck if any armies, well, okay. One, there was a major drawback to using that thing, if you remember, where it wasn't an exact science. You could be dropped off 150 feet in the air sometimes. Like,
Inside a tree.
yeah, it's not exactly easy to use. I think it was just deemed to, like, for you guys, I think it was like, let's not do that again. Like, we lived the first time, that was cool, but
yeah,
let's
that
not,
was-
yeah.
Let's walk home.
Yeah. I'm interested to see, man. I don't know what you guys are going to do, but
You know what DRP could do? Wait for Group B to clear out the haunted forest and get the item, and then go in there and be like, "Thanks, stab," and take it.
oh my
Just
God.
like-
Or what we
Completely
do,
shit on your own other character. Like,
we can pull a Royals. We can go in and leave a note. And
Good.
then
that would be
Karen
brilliant.
and Alex have to play without the meta that the object we're looking for
that'd be
is not there.
fantastic. Ah, that'd be great for them.
I think that would just slowly kill them inside the
That would be
entire
fun. I like
time.
this mental torture that Ryan's putting out.
So, we just got artwork done of the Blacktip Forest,
We did.
and I don't know, should we show it off? I don't know. It's Spoopy Day. That's what I'm.
It is
It's
Spoopy Day.
it's Halloween.
Tease?
No.
Just don't open the entire
Another
folder
way
on
of
that
baiting
page.
us, Jason.
Yeah,
Get the
no.
black-
I'm gonna get. No,
the- yeah.
I know. This ain't my first rodeo.
Just saying. I just think you're dumb, is all.
I know. That's
No.
fine.
It starts with a B. There it is.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Starts with a B. You see?
Yep. I
By the
see
way,
it.
why do you have it? He hasn't ordered Z to A like some kind of fucking psychopath.
Yeah, that's what I say. No, but you're right. It starts with B. You know, like bitch. And so I'm gonna download that. And
I'm a kitty cat.
I think that's the fastest I've seen the chat and start interacting. Also, it's like, "Broop."
I like how they're all like, "Is this baiting? I'm pretty sure this is baiting."
Jameson says you are a master baiter.
thank you, Jameson. That's all I ever wanted. All right, I'm gonna share with you guys, and I'm gonna throw it on this screen so that everyone can see it at home.
You're
So-
sharing the wrong screen. Well, I guess you're kind of
Dang.
showing the right screen
No,
on
I am.
Skype. Because now they can only see the small one inside of
No,
your
They see.
Streamlabs.
Well, yeah, but like they're gonna. Yeah.
We'll see it. It's
Yeah, we'll see it. It's good.
Oh,
It's awesome.
mine just went black.
Yeah, mine did too.
Okay. I'll. Hold on.
Oh, that's me. Verona DM Cytherea.
So I can.
Hi.
Great for someone
Yeah,
who's
you can
mad
just
at
see
me
it
for
on the
telling
thing.
him what to do.
I can only share one screen at a time. So there.
It's okay. It starts with B.
Yeah, I know. I do know that
Yeah.
now. I didn't
That
before.
looked really cool.
That was so
It was
cool.
really nice.
I'm really hoping that as we go, like, I can't wait to see this in the book and like turning pages and all that stuff. And Ryan is just
Ryan, move
glitching.
around.
Oh,
Oh god, now you look like Phantom of the Opera.
There we go.
Move your head more.
Michael says, Karen, there's spooks in the background.
Oh, what am I doing on your screen?
I don't know.
That
That's
happens.
what it looks like.
Yep. And you gotta move around to make the pixels wake up.
Oh,
That's it.
wow.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Okay.
It's
That's
like
what
you
I'm-
went into like that negative or something. I don't know how else to describe it.
That's weird.
Well, we're going to get ready and wrap stuff up here. This is the part where we go into a big spiel. If you want to hear the DRP stuff we were talking about, that's on our Patreon at patreon.com/DANDR. We will be releasing a brand new Vampire the Masquerade episode. That is going up probably the first week of September. There's also a brand new rule set coming to Fantasy Grounds specifically for Vampire.
Hell yeah.
Finally.
I thought you were flipping them off. Like,
No, like
finally.
finally. They've been working on it, but like they've been really coy.
Yeah.
So there have been whole forum posts dedicated to, and people will
Like,
leave
how
for 6
to
months.
kind of try to make it work.
Right.
Yeah.
So the only thing we've been doing is like, here's the D10s. So we'll actually have hunger dice and the vampire dice. All that
It's
stuff will be
super
there.
helpful. We
It's
won't
gonna
have
be
to.
great.
Oh, I can't wait to forget all of the dice and rules and math. Just let Fantasy Grounds
Yes.
do it. I love that shit. Like,
It'll be great. Also, on Patreon, we've been doing the DM workshop once a month where I sit down with you guys. I'll try to record those. I missed this last one because we've just been recording everything this month. We'll also get the game that Bree did, and try to put that in our main feed at some point, probably within the next week or so. Anything else, guys? Anything I'm forgetting?
go to our T Public store. We just put up a Sheeb shirt, and there will be a new shirt again next month. Haven't picked out which one it is yet, but it'll be something. I've made a few of them, and we'll just pick the one that we like the best and throw it up there.
Mandy's character chat. We just got done that.
Yeah,
There's
yep.
tons and tons of
Oh,
stuff.
you put up all of the panels from
Dragon Con.
Oh, yay.
Yep. Do you guys got anything you want to talk about before we get out of here?
Apparently, I
All
need to
right.
listen to DRP.
Dude, tell me
It's
what
so
you
good.
think when you see.
I literally caught up with the last Group B episode this morning while I was cleaning my kitchen. So that's why I was like, oh, I am ready.
I love that I edit episodes because I don't think I'd be able to keep up otherwise. I actually don't.
So I was like, I'm ready. That's
One
why I was
last thing. I'm going to post something. We have something on the Group A, but I think I'm going to post something on the basement. If you guys are playing Ring Fit Adventure for the Switch, Jesus, that's a workout.
My legs still hurt.
It's a workout.
I saw Rob tweeting about that. What is it?
Yeah.
It's essentially a Switch game that's just like, and it's an RPG, but like, okay, you get into random combat and stuff like that, and you're fighting kettleballs and weights, and you got to do squats to defeat them and push-ups and different shit like that. Like, it's just a fun little RPG where you're doing fitness stuff to fight monsters and get experience.
That's
That's it.
kind of fun.
It is
Sorry,
fun.
that sounds, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
shit. No,
a
Mom.
pretty good time.
Sorry.
No, Mom.
No.
Stop it.
She just asked me to FaceTime, and so I was like, oh, fuck. I fucked up. What did I do? It's like when the boss calls you in. Oh, fuck.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
In the
my
meantime,
god.
Space Jam.
Space
still
Jam?
stuck in my head.
Yep.
And welcome to the jam.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time with a brand new episode. Group A will kick us off in November. And, yeah. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.
Happy
Bye.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.